Hello everyone, this is HBJ, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made Safe from Rain, which is a Shoujo Shuumatsu mashup and Capital Cities mashup. So, first off, I'd like to give a huge thank you to Greybomb, who was able to find the stems to Safe and Sound by Capital Cities. I searched for like 3 hours and I couldn't find it. So with the stems, I was able to isolate each portion of the instrumental. Here's the drums, bass, guitar, other instruments. Okay, so that's like a saw, and parts of the trumpet. So I had a lot of freedom with this one, and with the Shoujo Shuumatsu song, Sound of Raindrops, all there was really just the harmonizing vocals and the beat. And using Urago, I was able to extract the acapella, and I was able to extract the beat. So I was able to manipulate the beat to do what I wanted. So first off, right at the beginning, I did a little fill, so it's just a series of chopping, so that this drum pattern replicates the Safe and Sound drum pattern, which sounds like this. So hold on. So I could do this with the stems. So yeah, it's a little subtle thing there. Yeah, it was great because I was able to like volume balance and control the priority of each sound. So first part is self-explanatory, it's just the melody. And same with the verse. The first verse is really self-explanatory. It's just the drums, the bass line, and I found that the acapella, since it was harmonizing the whole thing, it occupied a large range on the, on the spectral frequency. Like it reached a lot of the highs, it reached a lot of the lows. So it was able to fill up a lot of the mids as well. So here, which is the part that Capital Safe and Sound is really known for, is the trumpet. Actually, I don't know what instrument that is, but with the bass I was able to loop it in a certain way, because the bass would otherwise... Okay, so here's what the bass sounds like. So I was able to loop that, because originally it would just kind of cut off there. And because I extended this part, I just needed to bridge the lows so that it sounds a little more seamless. So with that being said, I also included the drum pattern just to spice it up a little bit. And it sounds like this. Well, without the vocals. And I really liked the way that sounded. And to make this part, these counts different from the previous one, I added a little bit of the guitar that's going to be coming up in the next section. And it's really subtle. I doubt anyone would actually be able to point that out, be able to hear the difference, but it creates that kind of feeling of change. Okay, and this part's self-explanatory. I really liked how the whole thing was in key. In this whole mashup, there was no need for melodies or because I usually add like some plucks or some kind of melody in my mashups, but this one I didn't think it needed it. It was fine as it is. And I liked how the keys of each song kind of complemented each other. And this part, well, the chorus is pretty self-explanatory. Here is interesting because I was able to kind of chop the vocals in a way that allowed it to replicate the kind of backing vocals for Safe and Sound. So if we listen to it, like here, so like that's the kind of, it'll complement the original vocals. So it's like paying respect to the original source. So this is what it sounds like. So that's what the original sound like. So just to kind of complement that, I thought it was pretty cool. And I have the volume envelope. So I want the synth or whatever the heck that instrument is to peek through. So I created a priority for that. You know, I increased the priority, like, you know, having a little bit more volume here, and kind of having it trail down a little bit, just so that the change in the vocal volume isn't too jarring, but it allows the guitar to kind of, I mean, not the guitar, the other sound to come up. And for this part, I just wanted to do a little change, so I just had 2 little ticks. So, you know, really slow. Yeah. Okay, second verse is self-explanatory. For the breakdown, or the bridge, or whatever you call it, I chose a different drum pattern, which was from another part of the song. I really like how that kind of opened up the size of the room with that, and to just have it go into this breakdown. So it gets a little chaotic, but that was intentional, so that when the chorus comes back again, it'll sound, I don't know, it'll have that contrast. So I chopped up the drum over here, just to make it, you know. And this is what it sounds like all together. And a little bit of backing vocals. And I thought that was pretty cool. And this part, which is the lows of the song, sounds like this. Now originally they had vocals there, but I wanted to kind of emphasize that kind of drum pattern, so I made that the priority. And I liked the way that sounded. And then going into the last chorus. So same thing, self-explanatory. The guitar over here, no, sorry, the synth, sounds like that. And to change up from the previous part, which is like this, I added this part and combined it with this, so that it adds a bit more, it adds a different sound. And in order to not make that too busy or too jarring, I decreased the volume over there, and yeah, so that this part sounds a little different. One of the big issues I was having with this mashup is having this trumpet not interfere with the vocals, so being able to kind of chop it up and make it the backing for the song, that was really helpful. And to kind of tie everything up together, I have the safe and sound vocals, and then I just kind of like combine it with the Shoujo Shuumatsu vocals, so that it just kind of finishes with everything coming together, and I like that. So it sounds like, if you listen to the voices alone, it'll sound like this. Yeah, I just find that the key complemented, like, it's literally in the same key. And yeah, this one, there's a lot of layers going on, but I don't think it's too complex. It's just being able to have the stems and manipulate everything at your own will, and kind of saying that, hey, I want this to be the priority over other things. It makes for a more dynamic mashup. And to finish it all, I end with this, because that's how the Shoujo Shuumatsu song ended. And yeah, ending sounds like this. And that's it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it in the video, and I'll see you next time. Take care.